You might look at a group of celebrities on a multi-million-dollar yacht in Miami and see nothing more than a vacation. But in the world of high-end marketing, you are actually looking at a sophisticated corporate boardroom at sea. On a recent Thursday, the skyline of Miami became the backdrop for a massive PR operation curated by the luxury beauty brand Space NK, while the images of bikinis and cocktails dominated social media feeds. The underlying reality is a masterclass in how brands utilize the personal lives of famous figures to secure market dominance. We are currently witnessing a fascinating convergence where the breakdown of a marriage, or the return from a social media hiatus, is transformed into a primary driver for retail sales. To understand the scale of this operation, we have to look at the players involved. Olivia Attwood, Stacey Solomon, and Rochelle Humes represent three distinct but equally powerful demographics in the British media landscape. By whisking them away on a lavish, all-expenses-paid trip, Space NK is not just buying a few Instagram posts. They are buying the emotional trust of millions of followers who view these women as friends rather than advertisements. This is the new frontier of the attention economy, where the distinction between a personal getaway and a professional contract has been almost entirely erased. The narrative surrounding Olivia Attwood is perhaps the most compelling example of this professional pivot. At 35 years old, Olivia has built a career on being unapologetically herself, but she recently admitted that her personal life has been struggling to catch up to her professional success. Following the breakdown of her marriage to footballer Bradley Dack, Olivia's presence on this yacht is more than just downtime. It is a visual declaration of independence and resilience. When she quips on her Instagram story about having the worst day ever while standing on a luxury vessel, she is utilizing a very specific type of self-deprecating humor that reinforces her brand as the relatable high achiever. Industry analysts often look at these moments as reclamation projects. By associating herself with high-end brands like Capri and Space NK during a period of personal transition, Olivia is signaling to the industry that her market value is higher than ever. There are even rumors circulating about her moving on with fellow reality star Pete Wicks, which adds another layer of intrigue to her digital footprint. In the world of influencer marketing, speculation is a form of currency. Every headline about her potential new romance drives traffic back to her profiles, where the brand partners are waiting to be seen. It is a symbiotic relationship where the drama fuels the data. Then we have Stacey Solomon, a woman who has practically patented the concept of digital authenticity. Stacey recently returned to social media after a month of silence, a move that sparked intense speculation regarding her marriage to Joe Swash. In the influencer world, disappearing is often a strategic choice to reset the narrative. Her appearance in Miami, joined by her son Leighton and her sister Gemma, serves as a soft launch of her return to the public eye. When Stacey slips into a white swimsuit and jokes about her son saying she looks like a lifeguard, she is performing a very specific role. She is the mother of 5 who remains grounded despite being treated to free massages and luxury hair styling. The brilliance of Stacey's brand is that she makes the unattainable feel earned. She tells her followers she can't believe this is real life and that she feels spoiled, which negates the potential resentment an audience might feel toward a celebrity on a free trip. From a financial perspective, Stacey is a goldmine for brands because she bridges the gap between the everyday consumer and the aspirational lifestyle. Her presence on the yacht alongside Rochelle Humes provides a sense of stability and sisterhood that brands crave. It is a wholesome contrast to the more edgy, high-fashion energy of other influencers on the trip. Rochelle Humes and her husband Marvin represent the legacy couple of this excursion. Having been married for 14 years and sharing 3 children, they provide a narrative of long-term success that acts as an anchor for the brand. Rochelle, a former member of the Saturdays, has successfully transitioned into a powerhouse presenter and entrepreneur. In Miami, She and Marvin utilized the trip to showcase their fitness routines and their playful dynamic. When Marvin jokes that he only brought Rochelle along to film his gym content, he is participating in a well-established social media trope that humanizes the celebrity experience. This type of content is highly shareable because it mirrors the dynamics of everyday couples, albeit in a much more expensive setting. However, we must also look at the younger tier of influencers present, specifically the Love Island contingent. Sophie Piper and her boyfriend Josh Ritchie, alongside Sami Alishi, represent the high-volume content creators who drive immediate fast fashion style engagement. Sophie, who recently moved to Los Angeles after signing with a major modeling agency, is a prime example of the international reach these PR trips aim for. Her sisterly resemblance to Rochelle Humes creates a natural cross-generational appeal. Meanwhile, Sami Alishi, who recently hard-launched a relationship with Tyreek Hyde, brings the fast-paced drama of the reality dating world to the deck of the yacht. The financial logistics of a trip like this are staggering. When a brand like Space NK flies a dozen high-tier influencers to Miami, provides luxury accommodation, yacht rentals, and professional services, the bill can easily reach hundreds of thousands of pounds. But the return on investment is calculated in impressions, click-through rates, and brand sentiment. A single post from someone like Stacey Solomon can reach millions of people in seconds. When you multiply that by a dozen influencers all posting simultaneously from the same event, you create a digital saturation point. For that 48-hour window, the brand effectively owns the conversation in the beauty and lifestyle space. There is also a deeper cultural implication to the phrase Olivia used in her caption, which was "always be kind. You never know who might own a boat." While intended as a joke, it highlights the transactional nature of the influencer industry. In this world, kindness and social grace are professional requirements because your next big contract could come from the person standing next to you at a party. The yacht is not just a place to relax. It is a networking hub where future collaborations are born and current ones are solidified. The public reaction to these trips is often a mix of awe and skepticism. There is a growing conversation about the ethics of all expenses paid luxury during a global cost of living crisis. However, the brands and influencers have become adept at navigating this by focusing on the theme of hard work and much-deserved downtime. By framing the trip as a reward for a difficult few months, the stars create a narrative cushion that protects them from accusations of being out of touch. They are not just on a yacht. They are healing, they are working, and they are connecting. From an industry insider perspective, the Miami trip is a signal that the influencer marketing model is moving away from simple product placement and toward immersive storytelling. Brands no longer want a static photo of a bottle of lotion. They want to see that lotion being used during a lymphatic drainage massage on a yacht in the Atlantic Ocean. They want the product to be an organic part of a larger, more glamorous story. They want the consumer to believe that by purchasing a specific beauty product, they are buying a small piece of the Miami lifestyle. As we look toward the future, these types of high-concept PR activations will likely become even more elaborate. The competition for consumer attention is so fierce that brands must constantly raise the stakes. The transition from a local launch event in London to a multi-day international yacht party in Miami is just the beginning. We are entering an era where the lines between reality television, personal life, and corporate advertising have blurred into a single, seamless stream of content. Ultimately, the story of the Miami yacht party is a story about the professionalization of the personal. Olivia Attwood, Stacey Solomon, and Rochelle Humes are not just celebrities. They are the chief executive officers of their own personal brands. Every mirror selfie and every video of them dancing on deck is a deliberate choice made within a broader strategic framework. They have mastered the art of being lost and being found, all while keeping the cameras rolling. The forward-looking implication of this trend is a world where privacy is the ultimate luxury, and visibility is the ultimate currency. As these stars return to their daily lives in the United Kingdom, they leave behind a trail of data and desire that will fuel the beauty industry for months to come. The yacht may have docked, but the economic impact of that Thursday in Miami is only just beginning to be felt. The business of being famous has never been more lucrative, and it has never looked more like a vacation.